Hi, boys and girls. It's Miss Carol back again with another story for you. And I hope you enjoyed the last one. This one I'm going to read is maybe one you've heard before, but it's one of my favorites, so I want to read it to you again. It's called The Empty Pot by Demi. And I see on the cover that this little child is carrying a big green empty pot, and it looks like spring because I see a lot of flowers on the trees, and that reminds me of spring. And there's little ducks and rabbits and lambs, so it must be spring. And here on the cover page I see a lot of children playing. The Empty Pot by Demi. See, I like to look at pictures, look at the covers, so I can imagine what the story is going to be about. And then I open up and I go, oh my goodness, look at that. So let me read this. It says, a long time ago in China, that's far, far away, there was a boy named Ping who loved flowers. Anything he planted burst into bloom. Up came flowers, bushes, and every big fruit tree, as if by magic. So he had what we call a green thumb. Green thumb means when you work in a garden, you are really good at it, and plants like to grow. I don't have a green thumb, but I wish I did. So he loved his garden and his flowers. He loved flowers. Okay, let's see what happens. It says, everyone in the kingdom loved flowers too. Everybody loves flowers. Don't you like flowers? I love getting flowers. They planted flowers everywhere, and the air smelled like perfume. Yeah, that's what I like about spring. When you walk around outside, you sometimes get this wonderful smell. Oh, that smells so good, and it's a tree that's blooming, and it's got a wonderful scent. I have some orange trees in my backyard, and when they bloom, my backyard just smells so lovely. So, they planted them everywhere, and the air smelled like perfume. I've experienced that. And it says, the emperor loved birds and animals, but he loved flowers most of all. And he tended his own garden every day. Wow, look at that. He has animals, and he has flowers. He has everything. He loves his garden. That's a nice emperor. But the emperor was very old. He needed to choose a successor to the throne. A successor is someone who comes after you to take over when you can't do it anymore because you're too old, or you get sick, or even die. So the emperor, he's out here watering his flowers, and he's thinking about who he can give his kingdom to. Who would be the best person to run my kingdom and be a good emperor like himself? I wonder what he's going to do. It says, who would his successor be? He's thinking. And how would the emperor choose? Because the emperor loved flowers so much, he decided to let the flowers choose. That gives me a question. How can flowers choose the next emperor? I don't know. Let's see what his idea is. The next day, a proclamation was issued, which means the emperor sent people out to tell the people that he has something to tell them. It said, all the children in the land must come to the palace. There they would be given special flower seeds by the emperor. Whoever can show me the best flower in a year's time, he said, will succeed me to the throne, which means then I will give you my throne and you will become the next emperor. I guess the emperor didn't have children, so he was looking for someone in the kingdom who could be a good emperor. Wonder how the flowers are going to do this. So I see the kids, they're all coming to see the emperor. Or the proclamation is out. The emperor sent his people. Oh my goodness, look at this, a huge, huge line of kids coming. It says, This news created great excitement throughout the land. Children from all over the country swarmed to the palace to get their flower seeds. Aha! So everybody wanted to become the emperor. Would you like to become an emperor? Or a president? I'm not sure I would want that job. Sounds like a big job to me. But I guess the children wanted it. It said all the parents wanted their children to be chosen emperor too. And all the children hoped that they would be chosen. Yeah, I guess so. Because look at that palace. Wow, you have a big palace to live in. You've got servants. And you can have fun all day long. At least that's the idea. That we think emperors don't do anything but have fun. Let's see what happens. When Ping received his seed from the emperor, he was the happiest child of all. He was sure he could grow the most beautiful flower. See, he knelt down, and the emperor was giving every child one seed to plant. So I see on the next page, Ping filled a flower pot with rich soil, which means good, healthy soil. He planted the seed in it very carefully. He didn't lay it on the top. He dug a hole a little way down, and then he put the seed in, and he patted the earth over the flower. He's being very careful with his seed. He watched it every day. He couldn't wait to see it sprout, to grow and blossom into a beautiful flower. So here he is planting it. And here he is washing his pot. And he's watering it, and he's taking good care of his flower. Day after day passed, but nothing grew in the pot. Uh-oh, what's the trouble? Look, his seed isn't growing. Ping was very worried. He put new soil into a bigger pot. Oh, so he got a bigger pot, and he put more soil in, and I betcha he transferred the seed into the rich black soil. That's what he did. He transferred the seed into the rich black soil in the bigger pot, and I'm sure he watered it. And he watered it, and 2 months, and he waited another 2 months, but still nothing happened. And by the whole year passed, and the pot was still without a sprout. I wonder what he's going to do. The whole year, nothing happened. Summer, spring, winter, fall and winter. Oh my goodness. Spring came, and all the children put on their best clothes to greet the emperor. They rushed to the palace with their beautiful flowers, eagerly hoping to be chosen. Oh, look at that. So they put on their best clothes, and then they took their beautiful flower pots to the emperor. Hopefully they're going to be chosen to be the next emperor. They all have beautiful flowers. Ping was ashamed of his empty pot. He thought the other children would laugh at him because for once he could not get a flower to grow. His clever friend ran by holding a great big plant. Ping, he said, you're not really going to go to the emperor with an empty pot, are you? Couldn't you grow a great big beautiful flower like mine? Well, I've grown lots of flowers better than yours, Ping said. It's just the seed. It just won't grow. I wonder what happened. I guess he got a bad seed. Just wouldn't grow. But everybody else seems to have lots of flowers. Ping's father overheard this and said, you did your best, and your best is good enough to present to the emperor. So, holding his empty pot in his hands, Ping went straight away to the palace. Goodness, look at that. He takes his empty pot and goes to the palace. With an empty pot. I'd kind of be a little scared to bring an empty pot. But at least he's honest. The emperor was looking at the flowers slowly, one by one. How beautiful all the flowers were. But the emperor was frowning. Frowning means, he's looking a little angry. And did not say a word. Here's the picture. All the children come with their flowers in their big pots. But the emperor doesn't seem happy. It says he's frowning, which means his eyebrows are wrinkled in and he's not smiling. But he didn't say a word. Finally, the emperor came to Ping. Ping hung his head in shame, expecting he might be punished. The emperor asked him, "Why did you bring an empty pot?" Yikes. Wow, he feels very little talking to that big emperor. Ping started to cry, and he replied, "I planted the seed you gave me, and I watered it every day, but it didn't sprout. I put it in a bigger pot with better soil, but still it didn't sprout. I tended it all year long, but nothing grew. So today, I had to bring you an empty pot without a flower. It was the best I could do." Oh my goodness, the kids are, the other children are laughing. Ha, 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 look at that silly boy with an empty pot. What does he think he's doing? But then, when the emperor heard his words, a smile slowly spread over his face, and he put his arm around Ping. Then he exclaimed to one and all, "I have found him. I have found the one person worthy of being emperor. Where you got your seeds from, I do not know, for the seeds I gave all of you had been cooked, so it was impossible for any of them to grow." Oh, that emperor was pretty smart. Nobody had a seed that would grow because they were all boiled in water. "I admire Ping's great courage to appear before me with an empty pot, the empty truth, and now I will reward him with my entire kingdom and make him emperor of all the land." And that's how Ping became the emperor. I love that story because it tells me something. It has a moral to it. You know what the moral is? A moral is it teaches you a lesson. And the lesson of the empty pot is what his dad said. You did your best, and your best is good enough. And even if it doesn't look like it's anything at all, you still don't be ashamed. Just do your best, and your best is good enough. And look, Ping got rewarded. He became the emperor of the kingdom because he was honest and truthful, and that's what the emperor was looking for. That was a smart emperor.